Good morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Saturday the 12th of August 2023 and today I would say it's the first away day of the season, but the journey is that short. Don't think you can really count it as an away day, but nevertheless it is Hartlepool United versus Gateshead in the National League, so yeah, really big game for us this today. Let's get into this. Let's head on over to Hartlepool. So I'm in Hartlepool, and in their first game of the season this weekend, Hartlepool were beaten 3-2 by Barnet. They were 3-0 down at one stage, but managed to get two late goals, but couldn't quite salvage something in the end. And as for us, of course, we picked up a 2-2 draw against Boreham Wood, which on paper isn't that bad a result, but I think in the context of the fact that we were 2-0 up at half time and Boreham Wood finished the game with 10 men and the last minute equaliser, I think the manner of it all was a little bit disappointing. So in some respects both sides will be looking to bounce back to a certain degree today. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm not particularly confident coming down here. I really think John Askey will make sure that his players are right up for it. The crowd will be right up for it. So it's going to be a tough old afternoon this for us. But then again, I have been proven wrong many a time before, and I really hope that I am today. But all the same, it is like very early days in the season. But I think, ironically, just about everyone was expecting this particular fixture to be played on either Boxing Day or New Year's Day, but to everyone's surprise, here we are in the middle of August, and they're coming up to us in sort of early to mid-March, so a little bit weird. Obviously our fans weren't best pleased when the fixtures came out and it said it was going to be York again over Christmas. I imagine Hartlepool fans were maybe a little bit bewildered when their festive fixtures came up as Oldham, but it is what it is. Fingers crossed we can have a reasonable following down here today. I believe we put out a tweet yesterday saying that we'd sold 278, much to the mockery of the Hartlepool fans, saying it's pathetic for our shortest journey of the season. I think we might have sold a few more since then, and fingers crossed, there'll have been a few that will have decided sort of maybe last minute to come down. So just going to go grab some food now, then we'll head to Victoria Park and find out how it all unfolds. So the team's warming up at Hartlepool, getting ready in the distance, going to be in their traditional blue and white striped home shirt, and we're getting ready here. We're actually going to be in a black third strip this afternoon. Of course, our home kit is white and our away kit is blue, so therefore you have two colour clashes at Hartlepool. So something a little bit different this afternoon. Anyway, I'll see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel. Half time, Hartlepool United 1, Gateshead 0. It's too easy for them. It really is that simple. Like, they're just more than happy just to let us have the ball and just try and get us on a counter attack at the perfect moment. An issue has been, like, we're having a lot of the ball, but there's barely any willing movers. We seem to be just slowing the game down at every given opportunity. Like, players that you'd think that you expect more of are having an absolute stinker, and that's really is the best way you can put it. Like, John Askey's done his homework, and my worry is, are we getting a little bit sus? Like, you think how abject the second half was against Boreham Wood last week, just how poor that first half was there. I mean, people seem to be blaming the referee, but unfortunately we've only got ourselves to blame for this so far. Like, as I said, Hartlepool are doing a homework. They're looking to get us on the counter. We're far too weak on the ball. We're not really doing a great deal with it. So it's just crying out for that little bit of spark, you know what I mean? But based on that, I'm just really not sure where that's going to come from, because like, we look too lethargic on the ball. There's one or two players don't exactly look fit. Yeah, it's just been a really, really abject display so far, and we're getting what we deserve. This is desperate. Hartlepool down to 10 men, not that will make any difference. One against. Maybe even so, I do think Wern was offside, to be fair. 2 weeks in a row. Five minutes of added time. Full-time Hartlepool United 2, Gateshead 1. John Askey has tactically destroyed Mike Williamson. Like, if you're watching this, answer me this. What would you rather have, 25% possession and it be effective, or 75% possession of just constant sideways movement? Because that's what it was today, and 2 weeks in a row we've absolutely bottled it against 10 men, and is that really forgivable? And as I said at half-time, it looks as though we could potentially be getting found out a little bit, and I think the second half kind of proved that point. Hartlepool knew exactly when to hit us, and they've just totally caught us out both times, and ultimately, you know, there can be no arguments with it. I mean, Mike's being found out now, and the question really is, does he have what it takes to counteract that? Because what I've seen from these first two games, like, I am genuinely worried for the season ahead now. Like, I think it's the old cliche that pre-season is very deceiving. Like, we had a pretty good pre-season, and yet we've had an absolute shocking start to the league season, but it is entirely our own fault. I think once again, substitutions did not make sense. Like, why were we just knocking about, just constantly knocking about and not trying to get shots away or whatever, like trying to work a bit more space? It just, so much of it just does not make sense. Like, why in the first half were we like constantly slowing the game down? We shot ourselves in the foot once again today, and I'm afraid something has to change, otherwise this is going to be a long season, it's going to be a difficult season, and it's just, it is absolutely gutting. Like, there's no two ways about it. I think, like, as I said, Hartlepool just knew exactly what to do against us. Like, as I said, like, a lot of players didn't look fit. Like, a few players were playing out of position. Like, the subs didn't make sense. Like, the list could just go on and on and on of why, like, of what is wrong with this team at the minute, because it's just not been good enough these first two games. I mean, the first half against Bournemouth, when you're in that much control and seeing out in that much control, and obviously later in the game seeing out the game, like trying to see out the game against 10 men. And the same again today. At a minimum, see it out for a point, but we just couldn't do that. And unfortunately, like home truths need saying in that changing room, and like, a response is definitely needed. Obviously, it's Dagenham on Tuesday. Personally, won't be there. I've got work commitments and what have you. But yeah, I'll obviously be at the Absolute game next Saturday, and it is quite simple now. We need to see improvement. We need to see, like, something that's more effective. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back on Tuesday night with CM Red Start versus Penrith. So until then, take care. Cheers for watching. See you later.